Hello and welcome to the Northern Premier League Goal Show, the first one this year, and plenty of action to get stuck into as we start at the Giant Axe to watch Lancaster City versus Morpeth Town. Morpeth with the first chance here in the highlight reel. Their number 9, Liam Henderson, with a header, but saved by the keeper. He does get on the score sheet a little later on though. A nasty challenge there, and Morpeth not happy with that one. Sam Bailey on Joe Walton, and the official agreed it was a bad challenge, and he's shown a straight red. Lancaster down to 10 men, but that didn't stop them. Paul Dawson breaking the deadlock. A slip here by the keeper. Lancaster first to react, and he's there to score in the 37th minute. And it wasn't so long in the second half. He got his second. A nice play there from the corner. Set play, well worked. And they're 2-0 up for Lancaster. Not the best view, but it is a Morpeth goal. Sean Taylor after a Liam Henderson flick on to make it 2-1. Some beautiful individual work here from Charlie Bailey. Given too much time, and a fine finish in the corner to make it 3-1 in the 64th minute. A mistake at the back, and Paul Dawson took advantage to complete his hat-trick for a fine win for Mark Fell's side. Ashton United started the new year with a 0-0 draw against Stalybridge Celtic, and they hosted top of the table South Shields in a tough challenge at Hurst Cross. And it was Jason Gilchrist who opened the scoring, much to the delight of the fans behind the sticks there who made the journey down. A chance for South Shields as well. A nice volley from outside the box from South Shields' Aaron Thompson, but it was saved by the keeper. And a chance here for Ashton United to make it 1-1. A deflection made it just wide of the posts. And it was that man again, Gilchrist, to make it 2-0 and claim all 3 points at Hurst Cross to remain at the top of the BetVictor Northern Premier League table, despite results at Lancaster City. And here now from joint manager Graham Fenton.
Really satisfying down here. Obviously we came knowing that they're an improving side. Michael's got them well organised. The pitch was fine, you could actually play on it. I thought both teams tried to play some decent football. So yeah, we obviously we started the game particularly well. We got ourselves 2 goals up pretty early, and then they pushed us second half and we had to defend. But I thought that was a big part of our game today, that our defensive, not just the back line but the midfield work rate, the front lads absolutely worked the socks off.
FC United of Manchester looked to extend their unbeaten run of 14 as they travelled to Hyde United, and they got off to the perfect start with Regan Linney opening the scoring on the half-hour mark with a beautiful finish there. Tundi Awalabi continued his fine form, and he bagged a brace in the first half. A fine finish into the corner for his first. And a weak header at the back, and Tundi reacted first to make it 3-0 going into the break. A fine cross here from FC United's number 4 to start this break. And Linney scored his second to join Awalabi on the braces. Cleared off the line there, but at the second go, FC United extended their lead to 5. Curtis Jones adding the 5th. Before Tom Dean was tackled inside the box in the 90th minute, and Daniel Turner converted from the penalty spot, but it wouldn't have mattered too much to FC United. Grantham Town hosted bottom of the table Stafford Rangers, who would have been hoping to get off the foot of the table with the result here. It took until the second half for the deadlock to be broken. Jason Green almost banging it back off the crossbar, but he scores there to make it 1-0 before Craig Westcar scored. A nice flick over the top and a composed finish for a 2-0 result to claim all 3 points at home. Radcliffe had only lost once at home all season, but Bamber Bridge registered their third successive away win to maintain their unbeaten start to 2020. Sheldon Green opening the scoring to give them a first half lead, and 3 goals in 6 minutes around the hour mark from Richard Allen, Matthew Dudley and Joseph Booth sealed the points for the visitors in a disappointing day for Radcliffe, who sit 7th in the table, just outside the playoffs. Matlock Town hosted Baseford United at the Proctor Stadium, and an early chance cleared off the line here. But Baseford battled to a 1-0 win at Matlock Town, who have lost 7 of their last 8 in the league. Matt Thornhill's goal proved the difference to strengthen Baseford's place in the playoffs. Veteran striker Stuart Bevan scored twice as Mickleover Sports registered their third successive win in beating Nantwich Town 2-1. The Dabbers did take the lead as early as the 7th minute through Casper Hughes, but they have now won just 2 of their last 7. Stuart Bevan with his first there, a fine strike before a second half finish secured all 3 points at home. Stalybridge Celtic maintained their playoff place with a draw at the Flamingo Land Stadium against Scarborough. A fortunate bounce there for Darius Ozee to put them in front 3 minutes before the interval. Scarborough weren't short of chances. One there, and the next one arguably should have put this one away. Chance of the game to make it 1-1. Beats the keeper and beats the posts too. However, Ryan Watson saved the day and he earned a point for the Sea Dogs at home with a 1-1 result. Jake Hackett said goodbye to Whitby Town after his loan spell with a late equaliser in a 2-2 draw at home to Gainsborough Trinity. Simon Russell opened the scoring in just the 2nd minute with a fine finish. And Paul Blackett hit back for 1-1 just before the half-time break. A nice flick on there, and Greg Smith retook the lead for the visitors for a 2-1. A foul there inside the box, and Hackett converted from the penalty spot for a share of the spoils.
That was a really good performance, to be in front twice and to get pegged back, is a feeling of disappointment, but, so proud of the lads. It's 5 unbeaten now, and what a monumental effort, bodies on the line again, can't ask for any more, really, really proud of them.
Buxton survived the first half, sending off of Alex Byrne to record their 3rd win in 4 matches, beating Witton Albion 2-0. Byrne, who joined from Warrington Town, went on the stroke of half-time for a second bookable offence, but the Bucks made light of their numerical disadvantage, Tom Elliott firing them into a 66th minute lead before Liam Hardy made 12 all 3 points just before the full-time whistle.
Buxton on the counter-attack. Puts in. And Buxton make it 2.
The only other result in the top division was Warrington's home clash against Atherton Collieries. Ben Garrity scoring his 10th goal of the season, but again, the Yellows let a lead slip as Daniel Lafferty scored in the 82nd minute for a share of the spoils. South Shields remain at the top of the table by just 3 points. FC United in the playoff spots as well. Warrington Town, Radcliffe and Nantwich just outside the playoff spots. At the bottom, Stafford Rangers with 12 points and Ashton United with 15 points, and Gainsborough Trinity slowly making their way up the table with 19 points. In the South East Division, plenty of goals and wins for Belper Town, Stamford, Leek Town, Cleethorpes Town, Spalding United, Chase Town and Worksop Town. Leek Town remain at the top of the table, Stamford second and Cleethorpes third. At the bottom, Wisbech Town and Market Drayton Town on 13 and 15 points. In the North West Division, wins for City of Liverpool, Widnes, Marks United, Ossett United, Ramsbottom United and Runcorn Linnets, whilst at the top, Workington were held to a 2-2 draw with Trafford. At the top of the table, Workington remain by just a point. Ramsbottom United creeping up in second place. At the bottom of the table, Pickering Town, 11 points, Kendall Town, 13 points and Dunstan, 15 points. Thanks as always for joining us for the Goal Show. Let us know your thoughts and feedbacks in the comment. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms and we'll see you next week. That's full time for now.